Jordn.
Shawn Michaels versus Triple H at Summerslam 2002. This match right here, man. This match right here. 10 out of 10, 20 out of 10, 100 out of 10, whatever you want to give it. Greatest match for me of all time. Of course, I'm going to have bias towards this match, you know. SummerSlam 2002 being one of my first real exposures to wrestling, you know. Of course, that's going to play a part in it being my favorite match, or the match that is what made me the fan I am today. But the storyline going into it, although I wasn't able to be there to watch Raw on a week-to-week basis at this point, you know, I'd gone back like a year or two after this match taking place, so time had passed. To this day, I can watch this match today and just be in awe of what I'm watching, you know. No real flips or tricks in this match, but just a typical brawl between two former brothers going head to head to prove who is the best and just fight it out to settle the score that they had at the time. Although this was the first match that they had, it felt like a match that was the culmination of a rivalry, you know what I mean? It felt like they'd been feuding for years, when in actuality, although they had history, you know, in DX and before that, this match right here, it felt like the third match to end a trilogy. That's the vibe that this match gave off. And you don't really get that often nowadays. I feel in terms of recent memory, in terms of the date of this video, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre is, I'd say, the closest that we've gotten in recent memory to a match that, you know, has that big fight feel in their first encounter. Man, just the presentation of it, you know, like the promo package leading up to the match, classic. The song choice, I think Jim Johnson was on the acoustics for this one. Shout out to Jim Johnson. But yeah, man, the promo package leading up to the match, killer. And then we get to the match itself. Craziness, you know? Just a slugfest between two former brothers. The spot that stands out to me in this match, what should I pick? Well, number one spot I do want to point out was there was a bit where Triple H hit like a backbreaker to Shawn Michaels through a chair. Now, we've seen that a few times over the years nowadays, but at this point, you know, this was like one of my first hardcore matches that I'd seen at the time, until obviously, you know, I go down the wrestling rabbit hole. But seeing weapons used in such interesting ways as well, I'm like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? Like, these guys really hate each other IRL. That's how I'm looking at it. The match was magical, man. You know, magnifique. A lot of people say Jeff Hardy is the reason why, you know, when they climb up ladders, you know, they get that venom, they get that venom vibe. Like they get that Green Goblin mask talking to them, speaking, really speaking to them to hit a swanton off of that shit. This is what I thought of when it came to ladders, you know, not the Hardys. I'm thinking of this spot right here. But yeah, I forgot to mention, this was Shawn Michaels' return to wrestling at this point. So I'm sure if you were watching WWE at this time, this would have been an emotional match for you guys as well. But just being someone that, you know, didn't even know anything of the characters at the time, all I had to go off of is the promo package leading up to the match. If I could understand the story, and I was like real young at this point, then I can just only imagine what it would have been like just seeing the weekly TV up to this point. Or even just being a wrestling fan for years and, you know, anticipating Shawn Michaels' return to in-ring competition. But yeah, man, after the match had finished, Shawn Michaels is celebrating, but Triple H, he has to get the last laugh. Hits my guy in the back with a hammer. Pause on that. And then one more time for good measure, and Triple H leaves the arena with his head held high. And it was safe to say that feud was only just getting started.